A young woman named Jessica has a terrifying dream about a monster pretending to be her father, Ben. In the nightmare, the creature transforms into a giant, grotesque spider. She then wakes up in bed, realizing it was just a bad dream. Her husband, Max, wakes up when he hears her gasping.
You okay?
Jessica is a well-known author, famous for her children's book series about a character called Molly Millipede. Max suggests they move to the house they are going to move to in a few days, despite it not being completed, and Jessica agrees.
It's not the worst idea.
Shortly after, the family moves into the house Jessica grew up in. Their family consists of Jessica herself, Max and Max's two daughters from his ex, Alice and Taylor. Jessica goes to her childhood room, which was still on work. As she looks around, Alice comes and asks her about the drawings in the room.
You didn't get in trouble for doing art on the wall?
As they talk, Taylor comes and takes Alice away. Taylor is cold and distant towards Jessica, but Jessica tolerates her.
I pretend it doesn't crush my soul.
Soon after settling in, Alice begins speaking to someone she calls her imaginary friend. She follows this voice into a hidden spot in the house, where she finds an old teddy bear who introduces itself as Chauncey.
Chauncey? I like that.
At the same time, Taylor notices a strange woman watching her from a nearby window in the selfie she took. When she goes outside to confront the figure, she meets a boy from the neighborhood named Liam. He tries to be friendly and invites her to hang out, but before she can respond, Jessica steps in. Embarrassed by her stepmother's interference, Taylor storms back inside.
You know, Taylor's only 15, so maybe you could take it toward the mall instead.
Jessica and Max find Alice's attachment to her imaginary friend amusing, though they don't think much of it.
It's cute. I had one when I was her age.
Later that night, Alice comes to her parents' house saying she is playing hide-and-seek with Chauncey. Jessica and Max play along, hiding under the sheet. But unbeknownst to them, Chauncey is actually under the bed. One night, Jessica hears Alice pretending to host a tea party. As she listens from the hallway, she hears Alice compliment someone's appearance. To Jessica's shock, a woman's voice responds,
Your dress is so pretty.
Before Jessica processes what is going on, a woman lunges at her, pushing her to the ground. She then starts talking nonsense.
I need to protect my girls.
The woman is the biological mother of the girls. Shortly after, the police and Max arrive. In the aftermath, Taylor finally confesses to her father that she had been secretly texting her mother, thinking she was on the road to recovery. Later that night, Jessica tries to comfort Alice before bed. When she brings up the incident, Alice brushes it off, claiming that Chauncey, the bear, already knew Jessica would understand. After all, Jessica had a friend just like Chauncey when she was a child.
You said you had a friend just like him.
With Max away on personal matters, Jessica is left to care for the girls. Shortly after, a woman named Gloria approaches Jessica and claims she used to babysit her when Jessica was a child living in that same house. But Jessica doesn't recall much about her early years, especially before her mother died. Gloria mentions that she was creative as a child and had an imaginary friend.
Sometimes had me convinced that he was real.
Gloria mentions that Jessica's father is a fan of Jessica's books, but it is clear that this is a sensitive subject. Their conversation is interrupted by the girls' request for meal, so Jessica heads to the house.
Again, sure I'll be seeing you.
Later, Jessica visits her father, Ben, at the nursing home. Years after a traumatic event that scarred Jessica physically and emotionally, Ben is no longer fully lucid. Jessica asks why he changed abruptly because they were happy, but Ben doesn't even recognize her.
You're not my nurse. He's supposed to be here with my food.
Meanwhile, Taylor invites Liam, a neighborhood boy, over to the house, which clearly annoys Alice.
And he's not your friend. Don't touch my stuff again. Ever.
In the nursing home, when Jessica attempts to reach him, he becomes overwhelmed and grabs her wrist violently.
You don't see me! He's all right.
Back in the house, Liam pressures Taylor into trying drugs, but she says no. He then goes into Max's liquor stash. During his reckless behavior, he breaks a bottle. Upstairs, Liam notices something strange. Chauncey appears nearby. The teddy bear's pull string is fully extended, playing its haunting jingle. As the music plays, the string eerily stretches out from the darkness, and Chauncey slowly inches closer. Terrified, Liam stumbles back. Jessica arrives soon after, finds Liam shaken, and calls his mother. She then scolds Taylor for her dangerous choices.
Just no more guests without my permission ever.
Later on, Jessica discovers that several of her old drawings have been vandalized, faces cut out in a disturbing manner. Realizing it was Alice, she approaches her calmly, trying to relate.
What happened? That should never have happened.
Jessica explains that she understands the pain Alice is going through with her mother because she herself once suffered from a fractured relationship with her father. After her mother died, her father got sick, and she couldn't live with him anymore. She starts to say comforting words to make her feel good.
That none of this is your fault, okay? None of it.
But Jessica is startled when she hears Alice speaking outside. At first, she thinks someone else might be with her, but quickly realizes she was talking to Chauncey the entire time. Later, Jessica examines the scavenger hunt list Alice has been following. As she is looking at the list, a figure is standing by the door, silently looking at her. The tasks listed begin to trouble her. Something that scares you, something that will get you in trouble, and something that hurts. Her concern deepens when she sees Alice in the yard, holding a piece of broken wooden fence, preparing to drive a rusty nail into her own hand. Jessica rushes over just in time to knock the board away. The nail only scrapes Alice's arm.
I'm so sorry. It's okay, sorry.
Why would you do that?
Worried about Alice's mental state, Jessica brings in Dr. Soto, a psychologist, to evaluate her. During the session, Dr. Soto records Alice as she seems to carry on a full conversation with Chauncey.
That's mean. Chauncey not mean. Fake mom.
Things take a chilling turn when Chauncey becomes verbally hostile, calling Jessica a fake mommy. At that moment, Dr. Soto notices that Alice's mouth isn't moving, yet the voice continues, speaking as Chauncey.
Granddaughters.
Dr. Soto shows Jessica another disturbing case captured on tape, this one involving a young boy named Louis. Like Alice, he was guided by an imaginary friend, a stuffed rabbit named Randy. Under Randy's influence, Louis ended up mutilating himself, cutting off his own thumb. Just like Alice, Louis repeated the eerie phrase, "never ever." After hearing this, Jessica brought a box that contained her old drawing, and in the drawing she wrote, "never ever." Dr. Soto thought Alice drew it.
Did Alice draw that?
Jessica decides she should destroy the bear, but Dr. Soto gets confused. She didn't actually see a teddy bear in the room at all. Jessica then reviews the video from the therapy session and realizes something terrifying. There's no bear on the footage. Only she and Alice have ever been able to see Chauncey. Wanting to confirm her fears, Jessica asks Taylor if she's ever seen Chauncey. Taylor says no.
You've seen the stuffed bear, right?
What? No. He's imaginary.
Later, Alice vanishes. Jessica and Taylor search frantically, but Alice is actually in the basement with Chauncey. But when they arrive there, she was no longer there. The two of them start searching through the neighborhood. While they're out, Taylor lashes out at Jessica, blaming her for the chaos in their lives. She believes Jessica's arrival is what set everything off and led to Alice going missing. She openly expresses her disapproval.
She ran away because you forced your way into her life and screwed everything up.
Frustrated and upset, Taylor eventually separates from Jessica and runs into Gloria again. Gloria invites her inside. Meanwhile, Jessica searches through her childhood things and uncovers an old drawing she made as a child. It's of a strange place she called the Never Ever. She realizes she had scribbled over similar imagery on the walls of her bedroom long ago. Years ago, Jessica also had an imaginary friend, Chauncey. Jessica opened a door to a place she used to say she would go with her imaginary friend. Gloria explains her study about imaginary friends.
Jessica's creativity was especially vibrant and
Gloria then reveals a chilling truth. Jessica's imaginary friend never left the house, and it stayed in the house. When Taylor and Gloria return, the three of them piece together a theory. In order to open the door to the Never Ever, they need to play along with the scavenger hunt game.
How do we get Alice back?
I think my list is the key.
Taking a drastic step, Jessica injures her own hand with scissors, fulfilling the task labeled something that hurts. She then collects all the necessary items into a bowl, which they set on fire. At first, nothing happens. Then, in a moment of frustration and desperation, Jessica lashes out at Taylor.
Like your mother.
This turns out to be the final trigger fulfilling the something that hurts request. It's enough to open a hidden passage into the Never Ever, a bizarre, shifting world shaped by the imaginations of the children trapped within it.
Is that how we got here?
Once inside, Jessica, Taylor, and Gloria explore the eerie landscape in search of Alice. As they move through the strange environment, they discover a door showing a replay of the night from Jessica's childhood, the night everything changed.
Daddy?
In the memory, Ben is seen pulling young Jessica out of the Never Ever, while Chauncey tries to drag him back in. Ben looks directly into Chauncey's monstrous eyes, and it's this moment that shattered his sanity. He endured the trauma to protect his daughter, making sure she would never be taken.
He went in to rescue me, face that thing and sacrifice his sanity.
But just as they're about to move on, Gloria makes a drastic choice. She slams the exit door shut. All these years, she had been obsessed with uncovering the origin of imaginary friends, desperate to prove her theories after years of ridicule. Now, standing inside the very world she had theorized about, she believes she's found the answer. She thinks they should stay here forever. As she becomes entranced by the infinite possibilities of the Never Ever, her curiosity costs her dearly. Chauncey emerges in his full monstrous form and brutally kills her. Jessica and Taylor press on and finally find Alice. She's in a fantasy-like room that mimics their old city apartment. She's dressed as a princess, surrounded by toys and wrapped gifts. Even Samantha, her real mother, is there.
Alice? Sweetie, she's not real, okay? She's imaginary.
Jessica and Taylor do their best to make Alice understand that what she's experiencing isn't real. Surrounded by gifts, her old home, and a version of her mother, Alice wants to believe in the fantasy, but Jessica gently breaks through. She manages to open a new door, offering them a way out of the Never Ever.
Okay, let's get out of here.
You can't have her. She's mine.
As soon as the illusion starts to collapse, Chauncey loses control. In his monstrous bear form, he lunges at them. Taylor and Alice escape through the door, but Jessica is left behind with Chauncey chasing her through the surreal world. In a desperate move, she attempts to open the door they used to get in. She successfully managed to do it just as Chauncey got close. She then reunites with the girls. After the ordeal, she brings Max and the girls to visit her father, Ben. Taylor apologizes for how she treated Jessica, and in a touching moment, Alice finally calls her mom. But just as Jessica begins to feel like everything is okay, something feels off. She realizes too late it's not over. She never left the Never Ever. The moment Alice called her mom was Chauncey's trap. He had used Alice all along to draw Jessica back in because she was his original owner, the one who left him behind. As it seems, Jessica is doomed to remain in this nightmare world forever. Taylor suddenly returns to help her. Chauncey now takes on his true form, a grotesque spider-like monster. They went out the door, but Chauncey tried to pull Jessica back in for good. He locks eyes with her, the same way he did with her father, nearly driving her mad. But Alice, thinking quickly, notices lighter fluid spilled nearby. She grabs a match, strikes it, and tosses it onto the ground. The fire quickly engulfs Chauncey, who is forced back behind the door as the world around them begins to burn. Jessica and the girls escape just in time as the house is consumed by flames. The next day, the three of them try to check into a hotel, hoping to finally rest. But then, they spot a teddy bear poking out from behind a chair. A little boy walks over, picks it up, and tells his mother about his imaginary friend, Rufus. The three of them quickly exit the hotel, but it is clear Chauncey is out there. Did this story spook you out? Let us know in the comments below. For more horror movie recaps, subscribe to our channel and we will see you in the next one. Fear awaits you.